Late.
Do you feel that America doesn't know Barack Obama at this point the way
well,
they
this
should?
is what campaigns are all about, is getting more information out there so that Americans know they have a couple of good choices here on November 4th.
Governor Sarah Palin gives her first local TV interview to News Channel 8.
To an estimated crowd of 4,500 people at Coachman Park in Clearwater. Behind her, the crowd dressed to resemble an American flag. During her speech, Palin took aim at Barack Obama, warning that the Democrats will raise taxes. In Fort Myers, Palin's appearance had to be moved to a larger venue because of the overwhelming demand for tickets here. Between 8,000 and 10,000 people packed Germain Arena, which is often used for hockey games, a fitting location for the nation's most famous hockey mom to meet with her fans. Following her speech in Fort Myers today, the governor granted our request for a one-on-one interview. It was her first local television interview since being selected as Senator John McCain's vice presidential running mate. And it came on a day when polls showed Senator Barack Obama gaining momentum in Florida, and as the nation's economy showed more signs of distress. Tonight, a portion of our exclusive interview with Governor Palin, who is taking on a more aggressive campaign style. Today, another bad day on Wall Street. The Dow was down several hundred points. At one point today, I think someone said near 700 points. This after a $700 billion bailout. When the economy goes south, it seems like the Barack Obama campaign does a little bit better. How do you turn that negative around for your side of the ticket? What is it that John McCain and Sarah Palin will do for the economy that's going to be great for the middle-class Americans?
Well, for one, John McCain and I have the only track record out there in this race with proof of reform and making change happen. I've done that in my city as a mayor, in my state as governor. John McCain, of course, is known as the maverick, ready to turn things around and call out even his own party when he must in order to affect positive change. And you know, the other side is good, I think, at talking about change, but not having that track record of reform. What we're going to do is allow that child tax credit to kick in. What we're going to do is reduce taxes on Americans, cut our business tax. It's the second highest in the world. That's driving jobs elsewhere out of our country. We need to rein in the growth of government, rein in spending there, earmark reform. We need to absolutely revitalize opportunity for health care coverage for more Americans because it's so unaffordable now. And also, we have got to make our country become energy independent and not see these massive dollars being spent elsewhere, overseas, in countries, some that don't like America very much, to purchase energy supplies from them. We should be supplying from our domestic resources here, and that's going to create jobs too.
As I'm listening to your speech today, you're saying it's, you know, hang on to your hats first, you said, and then it's time to take off the gloves and start telling the truth about Barack Obama. And you bring up William Ayers, a former 60s radical. Is this a new turn in the campaign that we're going to see more of? And why do you feel the need to do that?
Well, Ayers, of course, was brought up by the New York Times the other day, and I was responding to the news of the day, that being Bill Ayers having been, of course, the known domestic terrorist, and Barack Obama kicking off his political career with at least an event in the guy's living room. That's something that I think Americans would want to discuss. But the New York Times brought that up, and in response to that, speaking with Americans about it, because it's important for Americans to understand in this election the choices that they have in regards to judgment, and the association with Bill Ayers should make Americans question some of that.
Do you feel that America doesn't know Barack Obama at this point the way they should?
Well, this is what campaigns are all about, is getting more information out there so that Americans know they have a couple of good choices here on November 4th.
Now, a quick footnote about William Ayers. In the 1960s, he founded the Weather Underground Group, blamed for several Vietnam War-era bombings. According to previous reports, Barack Obama was 8 years old at the time of those bombings, and the two men do not know each other well, although they live in the same Chicago neighborhood. They have served on a charity board together, and Ayers hosted a Meet the Candidate event when Obama first ran for state office in the mid-1990s. We'll see if this more aggressive style is shared by Senator McCain, who hasn't really spoken out about this during the debate tomorrow night.
Plenty of fireworks there, I'm sure. Well, I know you're going to have more on your interview with Sarah Palin tomorrow, but also